There are specific behaviors that Sigma guys exhibit. No one else comprehends their peculiar qualities and peculiar behaviors. Because they are the rarest male breed in the world, there is always something new to uncover about them. People are unfamiliar with such a personality, and Sigma men are frequently misunderstood, as are some of their activities. Whether you are a Sigma or not, there is typically a perfectly excellent reason for why they do things the way they do. We're simply inquisitive as to what makes them special. You will not want to overlook this. Here are 12 strange things. All Sigma males do that normal individuals do not comprehend. Number 1. They consistently sit in the back of the room. Sigma guys dislike being the center of attention. So they frequently choose to sit in the back of the room, where they can view everything without being observed. This allows them to observe and analyze the situation without being disturbed. They are not intentionally antagonistic. They simply like to remain inconspicuous and not the center of attention. Like alpha males, sitting in the back allows them to depart quickly if necessary, which is always an advantage. They can simply leave an uninteresting meeting or conference without being observed. Unless they have something crucial to say, they will remain mute. Therefore, they are frequently misinterpreted as shy or uninterested. But in reality, they are so perceptive that they frequently know more than anybody else in the room. This individual is constantly listening and absorbing information, but you would never know it because they are so silent. Keeping a low profile is simply their method for gathering information and avoiding needless contacts. Number 2. They avoid overly chatty salespeople to the extent that they leave the store without making a purchase. When shopping, Sigma males do not appreciate being interrupted. They prefer to evaluate their options and make decisions independently. Sure, if they have a question, they will ask for assistance, but they prefer to work things out on their own. They dislike feeling pressed to the point of leaving the store in order to make a purchase. If they are being pursued by a salesperson who is persistently seeking to speak with them, they recognize that it is a necessary aspect of the job, but they would like to be left alone. They despise it when individuals try to sell them items by describing every detail or employing high-pressure techniques. Sigma emails are all about efficiency. Therefore, they will swiftly walk on to another business where they may obtain their necessities without being subjected to sales pitches. When selling anything to a customer, it is vital to be direct and give them only the information they require. And let him to decide for themselves. If they desire additional information, they will request it. Number 3. They do not always appreciate compliments. Not very many Sigma men exist. Do not enjoy hearing positive comments about oneself. Of course, it's gratifying to be acknowledged for a job well done, but occasionally compliments can feel like a trap or be delivered in an off-putting manner. Sigmas are typically quite modest and do not require external validation to feel good about themselves. They recognize their own value and do not require guidance from others. Right. This is a tremendous turn-off for Sigmas, and they will see right through it, whereas praises are meant to make people feel good. Many Sigma males dislike being told they are intelligent or skilled. Most of them already recognize their intelligence. It is acceptable to compliment a Sigma once in a while. What makes them feel good is when people take their counsel and listen to them. However, these compliments should be used carefully. If you constantly congratulate a Sigma, they may not take your compliments seriously. Number 4. They alter direction in order to avoid crossing a large mouth. People with large mouths are a huge dash for Sigma males. They never seem to know when to stop talking, attempting to be the focus of attention at all times. They are noisy, annoying, and simply annoying. If they become embroiled in a conversation with one of these individuals, it will be impossible for them to exit and avoid wasting time. Therefore, they alter their walking direction, cross the street, or take any other precaution necessary to avoid. Sigma men cherish their time and avoid spending it on individuals who sap their vitality. It's not that they dislike interacting with others. They simply prefer speaking with people. They actually share certain commonalities. Many people misinterpret this behavior and assume that Sigma males are snobs, but they actually dislike small talk and anything that feels pointless. We are all familiar with the type of person who loves to hear themselves speak, and Sigmas would prefer to avoid him at all costs. Number 5. Not always do they smile. Some individuals may believe that Sigma males are constantly serious and never smile. This is not always the case. They simply do not see the value in always smiling. Like some individuals, This does not imply that they are sad or not having fun. Sigmas are typically quite introspective. They are not the type of individuals that feel the need to constantly convey their emotions. They are frequently misinterpreted as appearing distant or aloof. In truth, they are simply engaged in a fierce battle. They prefer to analyze everything inwardly and keep their ideas and emotions to themselves. A Sigma does not require a smile to demonstrate happiness. He is quite pleased to enjoy the moment without having to share it with others. Sigma guys are more reserved and introspective than alpha males, who are frequently talkative and extroverted. Number 6. They may disregard phone calls. Sigma males dislike speaking on the telephone, thus they may let calls go to voicemail or simply disregard them. They prefer texting or speaking in person because it is usually more efficient and they don't have to waste time on unnecessary pleasantries. They do not engage in small chat. Sigma guys prefer to get straight to the point. While this may appear rude to some, it is really a personal preference. Do not intend to be impolite. They are simply not interested in speaking on the phone constantly. If it is an important matter, they will undoubtedly respond. However, if it is, they will not squander their time. Don't take it personally if you're attempting to get a Sigma. If he does not answer the phone, it is not because he dislikes you, but because he operates on his own terms. He will not alter his plans or timetable to accommodate you. Therefore, the best way to contact a Sigma is to send him a text message. Thus, he can respond at his convenience, according to his own standards. Number 7. They dislike being alone with dull and dramatic individuals. There is nothing worse for a Sigma than being trapped in a room with a person who has nothing fascinating to say or is always talking about their troubles. Life is too short to waste time on individuals who sap our vitality. Sigma males love to surround themselves with intriguing, inspirational, and influential individuals. They need to be in charge of their environment and do not wish to get lured into an uncontrollable scenario. This may seem like a frigid way to view the world, but they tend to be extremely independent and disinterested in being around needy or clinging individuals. Indeed, it makes great sense. Sigmas are typically successful and do not want anything or anyone to disrupt their progress. Number 8. They act as if they are not at home. Sigma men are the masters of prudence when the doorbell rings. So it is not surprising that they avoid answering the door frequently. If they don't know the person who rings their doorbell, they will typically pretend they're not home to prevent any unwanted contacts. This is typically done to avoid salespeople or other solicitors, but it can also be done to maintain their privacy. That does not imply that they are paranoid. They simply value their solitude and seclusion. They dislike being interrupted when they are concentrating on something or do not feel like speaking. As a result, they frequently employ this strategy to remain in their own little world, which, while it may appear impolite to some, is actually a clever approach to avoid distractions. Generally, people do not appreciate being ignored, but Sigma males don't care. They are not intentionally being impolite. They're simply preoccupied and have no time for small talk. Number 9. They reveal nothing to the masses but everything to a select few. Sigmas are extremely choosy about who they allow into their inner circle. They do not reveal their ideas and feelings with just anyone. They only do it with the ones they trust. They are highly private individuals and dislike sharing too much information about themselves with others. They do so because they recognize that not everyone deserves their trust. In the past, they have been hurt by people they believed to be their friends. They are now extremely selective about who they allow into their lives. They value quality more than quantity. When it comes to friendships, Sigma males are incredibly devoted and will do anything for those they care about. However, they will not hesitate to eliminate someone from their lives. If they perceive that individual to be toxic or dangerous in any manner, this will not occur frequently. However, once this occurs, the Sigma will never look back. Number 10. By being alone, they replenish their energy. To feel good, alpha guys must be in the spotlight and surrounded by people. Sigma guys are exhaustive. After being with people for too long, they frequently feel exhausted and require time alone to recharge their energy. This is why they are commonly viewed as solitary wolves. They do not require other individuals to feel complete or content. Sigmas enjoy their solitude and frequently find peace in nature or in their own thoughts. This is due to the fact that they can recharge their energy and escape the noise and bustle of the city. They can clear their brains and return feeling revitalized and prepared to tackle any challenge. For many, being alone is an unpleasant experience, but for Sigmas, it's an essential aspect of life. It enables them to regroup and return feeling stronger than ever. Number 11. They do not leave their residence until their neighbor has left. While some individuals may appreciate having near neighbors, male Sigmas tend to maintain a certain distance. They value their privacy and dislike the sensation of being cleansed. Therefore, if they observe a neighbor departing, they typically wait a few minutes before leaving their own residence. This does not imply that they dislike their neighbors or are bad behavior, but they are tired of answering the same questions each time they observe. Sure, there are times when you are in a rush and want to get on with your day. The last thing you want is to be slowed down by a lengthy, uninteresting talk about your job, the weather, or anything else you could care less about. Number 12. They like to be spectators rather than participants. While some may view this as a negative characteristic, Sigmas typically prefer to take a backseat and observe. They would rather observe the interactions of others than participate themselves. This is due to their need to comprehend how individuals work and what pushes them. They find it more entertaining to observe from a distance than to participate in the action. This does not imply that Sigmas dislike engaging in activities. They simply favor doing so on their own terms. Sigma males live by the mantra, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a purpose," and prefer to listen to others rather than talk about themselves. They may learn a great deal about a person simply by listening to them and observing their body language. This enables them to better comprehend others and determine their wants and needs.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.